Happy Thanksgiving Eve. And we're going to start Thanksgiving Eve by talking about what are we thankful for in the Philadelphia sports team. There's a lot to be thankful for in this city at this point. I mean, there's some bad, but there's also some good. So we're going to talk all about it. Trending in the AM on the STT Sports Network. We're live in 30 seconds.
Pop, 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 julep. Pop, 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 julep. Pop, 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 julep. Pop, 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 woo!
And a very good morning, everybody, and welcome to Trending in the AM right here on the STT Sports Network. I'm your host, Phil Stiefel. Do me that favor. You know the drill on YouTube or Twitter. Smash that subscribe, follow, share, like button. Hit all those buttons and tell a friend, tell one, tell all to get here right now as we talk Philadelphia sports, as we talk what we are thankful for in the Philadelphia sports scene right now. Guys, I'd greatly appreciate it. Please, like I said, subscribe, like, share, tell one, tell all. It is Thanksgiving Eve. We'll talk a little turkey. Talk a little bit of turkey as well as we march on to the end of the 2024 year. I mean, it's Thanksgiving Eve is like the kickstart of the holiday season, which is the kickstart of the end of the year. So I can't believe how quickly this year has gone on so far, and it's rolling on. Guys, again, you can find me at Bearded Knowledge. All social media platforms, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, you name it. That's where you find me. Good morning, Adam. Happy Thanksgiving Eve to you as well. And, you know, I sit here and I think, you know, what are we going to talk about on a daily basis? And, you know, negativity, positivity, all the different things. And tomorrow's Thanksgiving. There won't be a show tomorrow morning. I got a family of 7 to cook a turkey for and get stuff ready for tomorrow. So I want to talk today about what we are thankful for, but what am I thankful for as well? I've got personal things I'm thankful for, but sports-wise in Philadelphia with the Eagles, with the Sixers, the Flyers, the Phillies, there's plenty to be thankful for. I know Philadelphia sports scene has not been elite for most of our lives. But there is an awful lot to be positive of with the Eagles, with the Phillies to an extent. Not much with the Sixers, but a touch, and a little bit with the Flyers as well. I am also, K1, thankful for the Core 12. I'm thankful for the fact that we are up to 252 subscribers on this channel. I'm thankful for you tuning in and keeping me on my toes. I'm thankful for Eric whenever he joins the show. Happy birthday to Eric. You know, Marshawn, one of the OGs. I'm thankful for the pump man and his negativity whenever he brings it. We might not be thankful for Joel Embiid, but we should be thankful for Jared McCain. We should be thankful for Tyrese Maxey and maybe the future of the Sixers organization. Maybe this year's maybe I'm thankful Sixers related, pump man, for the fact that this season's disasters will lead to drastic changes, maybe, in the offseason. Maybe. But at least we got Jared McCain. Something to be positive. Boo to the Phillies. I don't know if I'd say boo Phillies. I'm thankful for the Phillies now that the season has passed. There's plenty of good on the horizon for the Phillies still. There's plenty of potential for good. We got great players on this team still. There's going to be changes. We got some young, great players in the pipeline like Andrew Painter and Aiden Miller. So there's things to be positive and thankful for. Phillies-wise, we should be thankful we have an owner with the team that's willing to spend. Thankful that John Middleton is willing to spend that stupid money. I know Embiid not thankful for Philly yet. Probably not. Probably not. And honestly, I would shut Joel Embiid down. I just would shut him down for the entire year. Then ask him after the season, you know, what's he want to do? And if he wants to go, cool. We'll get you out of here. I'm thankful for having a GM like Howie wrote. I thought it said Roman for a second. Roseman, that knows how to draft the right players that this team needs. I'm thankful, Adam, for Howie Roseman to not listening to me and signing and giving a big contract to Saquon Barkley. I'm thankful for our GM to not sit in a room and record himself calling Saquon Barkley and saying, nah, go find somewhere else to play. I'm very thankful for Howie Roseman. Howie Roseman is clearly the best executive in Philadelphia sports right now, and I'm thankful for him. I can't believe there was a stretch like 5-7 years ago where I wanted to get rid of him. Pre-podcast days, I was not a Howie Roseman fan. His first run through as GM. Old ass players. The Sixers do have a lot of old ass players. I'm not thankful for that. Not at all. Anthony, good morning. Happy Thanksgiving week to you. I'm thankful I get to watch Jalen Hurts play football. Absolutely. I mean, it's pretty special watching the kid play. And I don't think he's getting the credit he deserves. He's being overshadowed by Saquon Barkley. I don't think Jalen Hurts cares that he's being overshadowed by Saquon Barkley. The numbers show that Jalen Hurts is still having a very good. There's a reason why Jalen Hurts is still in the top 6 in MVP voting. I can get over this cold. By the end of the day, I'd be a happy person. Yes, we are all thankful for Howie. We're all thankful for ourselves that we didn't run Howie Roseman out of here. There is no option for I will never sub. Well, I can't help the helpless. That's all I'll say. I'm thankful for everyone on the Eagles except quarterback one. Stop. How can you not be thankful for Jalen Hurts, pump man? How can you? Come on now. We're going to talk all this thankful stuff. We're going to go through it all. But we will talk Eagles as well. I've got some Eagles news and notes and opinions today as well. Some of the roster moves and things that the Eagles are doing. But how can you not be thankful for Jalen Hurts? The dude's a really good quarterback. He's a great dude. He's a great teammate. He looks fly when he's dressed up for those visiting games. I'm thankful Barkley came and saved the team from going over a cliff. I think the team was fine. They just weren't great. But I'm thankful for Saquon Barkley as well. And I'm even thankful for you, Matt Chatter, and your random comments. I am thankful for STT, the Giants, and Saquon. Stevie Fuentes, happy Thanksgiving to you. Hope you and your fiance have a great one and your kid. I'm thankful for STT and coming up with the idea. I don't know if you guys know this. Since I decided to go on my own and go full force with the STT Sports Network, the Eagles are 7-0 since I decided that. Since the end of the last network happened, and I decided, you know what? I'm going solo. The Eagles have not lost a game yet. Undefeated, 7-0. Coincidence? I mean, some would say it's a coincidence that Cooper DeJean starting and the Eagles being 7-0. I think STT Sports Network at 7-0. You should be thankful for me, guys, and starting this because that's what started the undefeated streak of the Philadelphia Eagles. Just saying. Yes. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody in the Core 12. I'm thankful for you, Mitchy Poo, Mitchkoff, whatever you want to be called today. I'll call you whatever you want today. It's Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for you. I'm not thankful for the fact that you have 3 YouTube channels. I have 1. 3. And all 3 of yours do better numbers than me. Not thankful for that. But at least it's goals, right, for the new year. I'm thankful for Mitchy Poo as well. Yeah, I mean, Mitchy Poo's the man. I give thanks for the Native Americans for teaching the Pilgrims how to farm in America. If it wasn't for them, there would be no USA. We're going to talk turkey, and we're going to talk Thanksgiving itself in a little bit. But, yeah, sure. Rick, happy Thanksgiving. Thankful for Bryce Harper for helping big-time revitalize Philly baseball after a decade-long drought. Absolutely. See, it's funny. I like how you say this one here. Bryce Harper revitalized the Phillies and the organization for sure, Rick. But also on the flip side, it's very similar to Jim Thome back in '99, revitalizing the Phillies. Let's just hope the Bryce Harper situation ends in a World Series where Jim Thome's did, but not till after he left. So I'd like to see Bryce Harper get that World Series ring here with the Phillies. It would really put a bow on everything he's done so far. Can't be thankful for a quarterback who can't pass. I mean, he's tops in the league in percentages. We're not going to devolve this. We're being thankful for today. I mean, just so you know, on Sunday night against the Rams, he was 10 for 11 between the numbers for 97 passing yards. So I think you have to be able to throw the ball to do that. Just saying. I'm thankful for Phil for giving us the best morning. Hey, thank you, Adam. It's not easy waking up every morning. It's not. And while I might not do a show tomorrow, well, I'm not doing a show tomorrow. I might not do one Friday. Maybe I'll do a Saturday or Sunday morning show this week to make up for the loss of shows, but it ain't easy doing it. But I love doing it. And I'm here every day with you guys, you sickos. Yeah, Phil Hurts' numbers since the bye are fantastic. He's just getting overshadowed by Saquon going to – is supernova what we got to call what Saquon's doing? Because it's pretty intense, Anthony, what Saquon Barkley is doing right now. I mean, he's literally on pace to break Eric Dickerson's all-time rushing record, single season. It's 11 games into a season, and he's already got the 5th most yards rushing in a single season in Eagles history. I mean, it's pretty insane. Now, this week's might hurt a little bit. I mean, the Ravens have, I think it's the number 2 rush defense in football. The number 2 rushing defense in football. So it's going to be tough sledding this week, but, it is what it is. Where were you when Phil saved the Eagles? Exactly. I saved the Eagles season. I did. I love it. I love that you noticed so blatantly. Well, it's the holiday season. I decorated the upstairs last night, put up the Christmas tree, put up the stockings on the fireplace they hung, hoping St. Nick will come by. So I had to decorate my studio. The only way to decorate my studio during Christmas season is to put my Festivus poll up, okay? I'm the only Philadelphia YouTuber, Philadelphia sports person, that puts a Festivus poll up every single year. Because on Festivus, December 23rd, we're going to do a Festivus show. And we're being thankful for today, Mitchie Poo. But the Festivus show will be the day we air our grievances. And I know the Pump Man will have some grievances to put out there on Festivus Day. But, you got to get the background. Maybe I'll get some Christmas lights to hang up back there, too. Maybe. Thankful for 12 and the sweet potato pie. It's funny. My wife bought a sweet potato pie the other day, just randomly. Not a big sweet potato pie fan. Not. Phil confuses correlation and causation, but whatever. What? What are you talking about? What? What do I confuse? Jury's still out on Hurts. How is he out? He got to prove it against real teams like the Ravens. I mean, I guess the Rams weren't a real team. I guess Washington wasn't a real team. I mean, so they lose on Sunday. It's going to be all doom and gloom from the Pump Man on Monday. The Ravens are a really good team. I hate to break it to you. I got all the stats on the Ravens. They're a really good football team, just like the Eagles. Thankful for the morning sports show, Phil. Keep up. Thank you. I'm thankful, Rick, for you. I'm thankful for, connecting with you. I'm thankful for your show. I'm thankful for beer, which helps your show. I'm thankful for beer in general. Last night, right here on the STT Sports Network, Philly Press Box Radio, Chet and Bill, they had the marketing director of Conshohocken Brewery on their show. Check out the replay on the network. They talked a lot about beer and beer in general, and I love listening to people talk beer and sports. What's a good beer to pair with turkey? I'll be drinking a lot of wine tomorrow, but I wanted to ask them what's a good beer to pair with turkey, the worst meat in the world. Pumper airs his grievances every show. He does. And we're just going to call it the Pump Man Show, right? I can't believe how big the holes were when Saquon was running. He made look so like I think me and you, Adam, could run through the holes. But I'm thankful for just Stoutland University opening its doors to all these great offensive linemen becoming great. I'm thankful for the Detroit Lions and the humble pie they will serve up to Phil. Dude, I not only would I have to hear it from you, I'd have to hear it on my phone from Jason, my golf podcast partner, my best buddy. I think ultimately Hurts taking some touchdowns away from Saquon at the goal line and the Eagles locking up a playoff spot by week 16 will hinder Saquon's MVP case because he won't get – see, I think if he keeps up at his current pace, Steve, which is I think 128 yards per game, stay through week 15, and he sits most of week 17 and 18, I don't think it'll hurt his MVP chances. It'll hurt his breaking records chances, but that's about it. I think if he gets that 1,700 yard mark, I think he should get it. I really do. I mean, he's playing at such a dominant level. It also depends on what Josh Allen and who else is ahead of him right now in the voting. I know Josh Allen is the MVP favorite right now. Is it Lamar Jackson? I forget. But yes, I think it's going to be tough for him to get the MVP. But it's also, he should at least stay in that conversation. The Browns did beat the Ravens. I was going through the Ravens' schedule this year. They've had some bad losses on their schedule. And even their wins, they got 8 wins. 5 of their 8 wins are by 7 or less points. They don't blow many opponents out either when they are winning. But yet you look at their rankings, Barb, their offense is top in the NFL. 426 yards a game, 2nd points scored, 2nd rushing, 3rd passing. Their defense is okay, bad actually, except for run defense. So they have to score. So we've got to keep them from scoring and out of the end zone to have a chance on Sunday. And I think it's doable. You know, it's funny. You know, I got a poll on the YouTube page right now. I'm trying to do polls under the community tab as frequently as possible. It's a simple question. Who's going to win? Eagles, Ravens. And tell me why. There's 137 votes on it right now. I think before the show it said 37% only voted Eagles going to win on Sunday. And this is an Eagles channel or a Philly channel. So there's a lot more Philly followers than not. And let me tell you something. Philly's not feeling it. And I don't know if it's that they're not confident in the Eagles. I think some of it has to be with the fact that the law of averages say it's hard to win 7 in a row. Well, it's damn hard to win 8 in a row. So, you know, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough to get a good gauge on what's going on with the confidence of the Eagles this week specifically. Great Lakes, Edmonds, Fitzgerald. What about Great Lakes? Oh, that's a beer. That's right. I've had that. The Great Lakes, I've had their variety pack. The Edmonds Fitzgerald, is that their porter? I've had a variety pack of Great Lakes multiple times, and I remember the name Edmonds Fitzgerald being one of the beers. I forget which one it was in the pack. I'm great. Yeah, you're just grateful for me not being able to pronounce names. Christian Bazunhu. Today's the day, K1. I don't know if you've been following along Bryson DeChambeau's hitting a hole-in-one over his house challenge. So those don't know, Bryson DeChambeau, U.S. Open champion, one of my favorite golfers out there, has been doing a challenge every day, trying to hit a golf ball over his house and get a hole-in-one. Day 1, he got 1 shot. Day 2, 2 shots. Day 3, 3 shots. So on and so on. It's like a little pitching wedge shot. I don't know if he ever said the yardage. And I said right from the get-go he was going to make it on day 16, shot 11. He actually almost made it on day 15 yesterday on shot 11. It came within an inch. But he is going to make it today, K1. Shot 11 on day 16. Bryson better give me something if I called that right. I just hope they don't run him to death trying to get him the MVP. Now, I don't think they will, Steve. I think this Eagles team has a singular vision, and it has nothing to do with records or personal achievements. It has everything to do about winning a Super Bowl. You think about it, all the big names that are helping win, try to get us to the Super Bowl, all have the big paychecks. Like someone like Saquon Barkley, you know, he's already made the money. He's already made his name. He just wants the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts, he's made the money. A.J. Brown's made the money. They want the title. That's what they want. Come on, there is no better name than Bazunhu, whether it's right or wrong. CBS has Saquon 3rd and MVP behind. Yeah, I was going off of the DraftKings odds, and I think that's what it is on DraftKings. Allen 1, Jackson 2, Saquon 3. I think Hurts is 6 right now. I do. Can't help it. The darker porter. That's right. The Edmund Fitzgerald. I'm not a porter fan, Mad Chatter. Out of all beers, I'd rather a stout over a porter. If I get a variety pack and there's porters in it, they sit in the back of the fridge till there's nothing else left in the fridge to drink. Then I'll drink one. I'm not sure what it is about porters, but the Great Lakes Brewing, they make good beer. I have no problem with that at all. I can agree with that. I'm grateful for beer. I'm grateful for whiskey and bourbon and scotch and vodka and gin. I'm thankful for Damien and the DDT. All right, Jake the Snake. All right. It's all good. So we can continue this what are we thankful for conversation. And I'm thankful for the Eagles organization having this vision. I'm thankful for them being transparent. The coaches, Vic Fangio. I'm thankful for Vic Fangio's transparency. Everybody is losing their mind over the Brandon Graham injury. And rightfully so. I mean, it's a devastating loss, Brandon Graham, who's been playing at 36 years old, just as good as he ever has. But every day there's new rumors of who the Eagles are going to sign. Yesterday, after the show, Shaq Barrett announces he's coming out of retirement. Oh, the Eagles got to get him. Well, first and foremost, his rights are controlled by the Dolphins, and he'd have to go through waivers if they cut him. Plus, he already said if he ever came out of retirement, it would be for Tampa or Denver. And then James Houston gets cut by the Lions. The Lions are ravaged with injuries on defense and still can't find room for James Houston on the field. So why would you think that would be the right answer? When guys are getting cut now, these guys are getting cut for a reason. I mean, the Eagles claimed Charles Harris yesterday off of waivers from the Panthers. 29-year-old. I'll get to what makes him famous in Philly in a minute. Tied for the team lead in sacks with Carolina this year with 3 sacks. Like, nobody expects Charles Harris to come in here and do anything. Filling Brandon Graham's role has to be done from within. And the reason why I say that is because that's what Vic Fangio told us in the past. You know, when the trade deadline was coming up, he didn't want anybody added to the team. He's like, the guys here need to do their job. The guys here are the ones that have been learning my system. Charles Harris is going to take 4 or 5 weeks to figure out his role on this team. In the system, so to speak. Good morning, Judd. Happy Thanksgiving to you. I'm thankful for you as well, being part of the Core 12. The occasion when you're here. Nooms, I'm thankful for him. 2017, we lost 2 future Hall of Fame players, a Pro Bowl linebacker, the current year MVP quarterback. It's all about if they believe in the current system. Exactly, Nooms. Exactly. Having faith in the system, having a well-coached team that's motivated, a team that everybody's buying into the vision from the coach. That next man up mentality wins you a Super Bowl or a title in any sport 10 times more than a week 13 free agent signing or waiver wire pickup. That is how you win, by developing all year long. Jordan Mailata missed 4 games. Fred Johnson stepped on up. I'm thankful for, Jeff Stoutland helping out there. That's what you do. You develop all offseason, the team. These additions don't need to, everybody, we got to go get Shaq Barrett. It has to be like looking for ticks in his hand motion to make it seem like he's coming to Philly. James Houston, I mean, come on now. I will say this about Charles Harris. I'm seeing a lot of receipts being pulled across social media from people that have been doing this a lot longer than me, because Harris was the same first-round draft class as Derek Barnett, and a bunch of Eagles personalities on social media wanted the Eagles to draft Harris over Barnett. And while Derek Barnett didn't work out, Derek Barnett was a better player than Harris, 100%. Derek Barnett's actually having a okay season for Houston again this year. Settling into a role as a rotational edge rusher down there. I was just curious, and so I did look, and he's not doing too bad. Oh, and I forgot about Chris Margos as well, going down. We have lost a lot of special teams players over the years, in seasons, and it hasn't hurt us too much. Him, we obviously lost Britton Covey this year. Stuart Bradley last year hurt our special teams with that loss there. Your roster's fine. DTS needs to step up. The whole entire defensive line just has to step up in Brandon Graham's absence. I'm not worried about losing his leadership because he's still going to be there. I am thankful for Brandon Graham and the Eagles finding a way to keep him in the city of Philadelphia and in midnight green for his entire career. What's he at? 15 years now? I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that I have the faith that if he wants to play one more year, the Eagles will find a way to make it work for him. I'm thankful for the fact that he's not going to be a grumpy-ass man on the bench like one Joel Embiid. He's going to stay on the bench and help coach, help lead from any way possible. Why do people think Wentz won some MVP? It's bizarre Brady missed 4 games when he was suspended and still won an MVP. Look, I think Wentz would have probably won the MVP in 2017 if he stayed healthy. He was on an MVP pace. I don't remember the odds back then, but he was on an MVP pace. But Brady got, look, Brady's a different stratosphere than Carson Wentz. The Carson Wentz story to me is something that deep down inside needs a very long, deep examination someday. I still feel that there's stories to be told there that we don't know about. And it's still this day, I can't wait to break out my Carson Wentz jersey someday. Someday. Not yet, but someday. Well, Panthers the most mid-D, and they cut a player. When the guy they cut and the Eagles picked up was the leader in sacks with 3 sacks at this point of the season, it says something. Stuart Bradley was the Eagles linebacker who got knocked into the next week in that game against the Packers. I was the Packers. I couldn't remember the game, but yeah, absolutely. Zach Bond, man, I'm thankful. I'm thankful that Vic Fangio realized that Zach Bond was more than just an edge rusher and special teamer. That's what I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for that. No, I get what you're saying. That the missing the games didn't cost Wentz. He just wasn't good enough. I just disagree. I think that missing the games cost Wentz to an extent because he wasn't at the level of Brady. Brady gets the benefit of the doubt in missing 4 games. Wentz doesn't. That's just my thought on it. That those games missed. I'd have to go back and double check all the numbers and stuff like that. But I just think it the other way. That Brady had earned the right to miss games and still get the benefit. I think the same thing would count towards like Patrick Mahomes right now. That if Patrick Mahomes missed 3 games, he would still be right there in the conversation. Carson Wentz, on the other hand, was, in his second year in the NFL? 16 was his first year. Yeah, so second year in the NFL. So he hadn't gotten that benefit of the doubt yet. Crazy to think Chip Kelly was going to cut Brandon Graham. Well, he got rid of a lot of guys. I'm thankful for the Chip Kelly era ending as quickly as it did because, let's be honest, he got rid of LaShawn. He got rid of Deshaun. Obviously, almost got rid of Brandon Graham. Just think about this. Whenever we talk about a young player in the Eagles or in Philadelphia, period, we'll just say Philadelphia, period. Whenever we talk about X young player in their first 2 or 3 years and they are a bust, just remember Brandon Graham. Anybody that says, well, this kid's a bust. I deal with it all the time with one guy on Twitter about Nolan Smith. Nolan Smith's a bust. And my answer is simple to him. Brandon Graham. You can't fully judge somebody until they've had 3 years at least. You just can't. Wentz was the favorite that year because of how money he was on 3rd and long that year. The injury took him out of the running. Yeah, exactly. I agree. And the cornerback pair they drafted too, that's actually nuts. 100%. I'm thankful for the rest of the NFL. What was it? The first 15 picks in the NFL going offense, gifting us Quinion Mitchell, who I'm saying it now, is going to go down as the greatest cornerback in Eagles history if he stays healthy throughout his career. That's how good that kid's going to be. He was a bust. They tried. So I remember so much about Brandon Graham. They tried making him put weight on. They tried to put him at outside line. I think didn't we go to a 3-4 and put him on the outside standing up? They tried to do so much with Brandon Graham early in his career instead of just doing what he did best. And so that's the thing. Like the term bust gets thrown around way too quickly. Not way too often, way too quickly. And sometimes kids need time to develop. And that's it. If Wentz was any good, he would be playing instead of being a different team. Oh, we're not trying to say Wentz didn't have a complete total collapse. But in 2017, 18, and 19, it's hard to find a more gritty quarterback in Philadelphia in the NFL. In 2019, he didn't have a single wide receiver catch 500 yards, but yet he took us to the playoffs. He was out there with practice squad players. I'm not trying to turn this into a Wentz argument or conversation, but Wentz was at a pretty elite level. Go watch some of those highlights. Some of the throws he was able to make before the injury started mounting with him, were pretty special. Despite Sirianni's antics, I'm thankful we finally have coaches who know how to make adjustments and the players have committed to it. Which coaches, if you had a power rank, Jose, the order of the 4 major coaches and you're most thankful? Sirianni, I'd probably be most thankful for. I guess even though I'm a hater, Rob Thompson would be my next second most thankful for coach. And then John Tortorella 3 and Nick Nurse 4. I think Nick Nurse is kind of checked out. I don't think he's thankful for the job he has right now, Nick Nurse. The problem with that theory, Phil, for every Brandon Graham, there are about 20 Marcus Smiths. Absolutely. Absolutely agree with you. There is. But you kind of got to wait more than a year and a half to make that decision. Making that decision too early changes a lot. Did he have injury issues, K1? I don't really remember that too much. Maybe because he wasn't playing much as well. I'm thankful for getaways to St. Pete, Clearwater, and Miami Beach this year. Oh, there's nothing better than good old Clearwater Beach. Going on down there, go to the Salted Crab North Beach. Wentz went to North Dakota State U. He was never going to be a great quarterback. He never played against any great college program. Trey Lance also. Wentz was a fluke. Stevie, I didn't know you felt that way. I didn't know you were such a Wentz anti-Wentz guy like that. I love it. And I knew Barbara was going to respond. I love it. I love it. Hey, it's all good. We don't have to worry about Carson Wentz. We're set. We're locked solid in Philadelphia at the quarterback position now. I'm thankful for Big Red for giving the Eagles a blueprint for winning football. I'm thankful for Andy Reid. I'm thankful for the Andy Reid era. You know, that was my childhood right there. Carson Wentz odds was plus 300 when he went down with the injury. That'd be basically what Josh Allen's like 270 right now. So he's literally almost bet just over bet even money to win at that point. So he's definitely winning. You're only thankful for Jose for Eagles coaches. Fine. All right. I kind of agree with you on that as well. I'm not really totally thankful for the other coaches. I just had to power rank them a little bit because you guys know I love power rankings. Good morning, Duck. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Hope you are well. I'm grateful for you, Duck. I'm grateful for Barb. I'm grateful for Jose, everybody in the Core 12. I wouldn't get up every morning and do this without you guys. It would be impossible, honestly. We are grateful to Duck and the rest of the Core 12. Where's Eric? Is the gatekeeper sleeping in on his birthday? I wanted to flood the comments with happy birthday, Eric comments. But yet, you know, he decided to sleep in a little bit. I guess that's what he's doing. We'll also be thankful if we stop talking about freaking, I would be thankful if Carson Wentz would come off the conversation topic list right now. They didn't realize Wentz was a bitch until he started acting up about which offense he wanted to run. Look, I'm thankful that this will be the last Wentz comment that's put up on the screen today. That is what I am thankful for. Hopefully. I'm thankful for Saquon and A.J. Brown being handed to us, arguably the 2 biggest weapons in the NFL. Is there a wide receiver? Everybody always talks about, Joe, the best wide receiver duos in the NFL every year. Who has the best 2? A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, et cetera, et cetera. Well, what about best wide receiver running back combo in the NFL? Is that the best wide receiver running back combo in the NFL right now? I mean, Derrick Henry, I wouldn't put Zay Flowers anywhere near A.J. Brown at this point. Very well could be. What's up, Brian? Most grateful for trending in the AM. Absolutely. Hey, Google search Brian's name on Amazon. Check out his books. Now available in audio form. My man, Brian. I'm thankful for our year at Andorn together. That's what I'm thankful for. And our once-a-year golf outing. I opened my phone this morning and I saw an article saying the Vikings are going to make a push to sign Wentz to back up Darnold next year. Why do we keep bringing up Carson Wentz's name? Stop it. No. Don't want to talk Carson Wentz anymore. Derrick Henry looked old. What, on Monday night? I don't know. I mean, he's still second in the NFL now behind Saquon. Best Thanksgiving side dish, mashed potatoes. You got to have mashed potatoes. You got to have turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy, stuffing. You got to make the mashed potatoes from scratch. Stuffing's okay out of a out of a box, stovetop, but the mashed potatoes have to be scratched. Here's a little side story. Went to someone's house for Thanksgiving years ago. All right. And I've never gone back to their house. I'm invited every year. I don't go back. It's a family member's house. All right. And everybody had to bring side dishes and stuff like that. So somebody else was responsible for the mashed potatoes, Steve. And I get up from my table. I go make my plate. I sit down to eat. And I go like this into my mashed potatoes. And I literally gag in my mouth. Well, this nitwit didn't tell anybody she didn't make mashed potatoes. She made cauliflower mashed potatoes instead for everybody to be more healthy on Thanksgiving. Let me tell you something. I've never gone back to that house on Thanksgiving again. Ever. Because you don't serve cauliflower mashed potatoes, and that's it on Thanksgiving. You just don't do it. It's just not you never again. Not happening. Also thankful for this show. Thank you, Freddie. I'm thankful for you as well. I don't need the radio blathers. Look, you don't need to listen to the radio. You turn down the dial and you turn up trending in the AM. That's what you do. Thankful for Josh Allen, best running and passing quarterback to ever do it. Well, I don't know about ever, but he's pretty good. I'm thankful for the Eagles, Big Al. I'm thankful for you, Big Al. I couldn't handle the Sixers and Eagles sucking now, yeah. Could you imagine if the Eagles were sucking right now along at the same time as the Sixers? The negativity every morning on this show. At least we have a balance of positivity and negativity on this show. Yeah, Barbara, that's accurate. J.J. McCarthy. I kind of forgot about him there until you mentioned his name. But yeah, he'll probably be starting next year. Although I'll be curious to see what they do with Sam Darnold. He is having a good season. Barnett coming out of retirement and eyeing only Tampa, but sees Detroit and Philly as best chances. But see, the thing is, Miami would still have to relinquish his rights too. And then he would have to pass through waivers. So there's a lot goes into that, Jose. Mashed potatoes is my specialty. I mean, it's not hard to make great mashed potatoes. It's just milk, butter, lots of garlic, salt, pepper. Whip them up real good. That's what it is. Thankfully for Ray Davis and James Cook, best running back duo in the league. I didn't forget you this time. Is mac and cheese a Thanksgiving side dish? It depends. I have no problem with mac and cheese. And I've had it and seen it served many a times on Thanksgiving. I love good mac and cheese. It's not on my regular rotation if I'm cooking, but it is. Can I just say for a second, we all gather around the table on Thanksgiving, and I see other people talking about it now. It's getting more and more important. Turkey is the worst meat in the world. It's even if you make it perfect, it's dry at best. There's a reason why we only eat turkey once a year. I think we got to start a trend, something to change the Thanksgiving tradition. You know, growing up in an Italian household, there would always be a lasagna or a chicken cutlet on the table, something like that. Turkey sucks. I hate Thanksgiving. When I go to work today, I'm going to prep the turkey today and I'll cook it tomorrow. Like, I hate it. I literally hate Thanksgiving dinner, except for eating it on Thanksgiving. And why does everybody eat at 2 o'clock? You eat dinner at 6, 7, 8 o'clock most nights. But everyone eats their turkey dinner at 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. What is wrong with people? Thanksgiving's honestly a great holiday in theory, but the food servings on Thanksgiving are probably the worst. I honestly will not eat turkey again after the leftovers are gone till next year on Thanksgiving. Just like Hassan Reddick not buying into the Fangio system, it is the defense version of the situation. No one's bigger than the system. JoJo Harden, not the system. I'm thankful for Travis Konecny and Matt. I'm definitely thankful for MATVEI MICHKOV. 100%. I was joking with my buddy the other day. I'm like, can Michkov? I don't even know what the record is. So I ask you, what's the record for most goals in a career? Or who has the most goals in their career for the Flyers? Like, Michkov's 19 and already putting up big numbers. Michkov might end his career, knock on wood, if everything goes according to plan. He stays healthy, stays here. Michkov's going to be the all-time leading scorer in Flyers history. There, said it. I've said today that Quinton Mitchell's going to be the best cornerback in Eagles history, and Michkov will end up as the best Flyer of all time. Plain and simple. Done. No questions asked there. That's what people want to. Yeah, I know, exactly. Exactly. It's disgusting, but it's even more disgusting that it was a surprise. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Didn't know about making a turkey. Do you? I know how to make a turkey. I don't like doing it. It's annoying. It just is. Um, Worst side dish would be cauliflower mashed potatoes, for sure, as I just talked about. I'm not a huge casserole fan, like the green bean casserole. I'll eat it. I hate cranberry sauce. Cranberry sauce is bleh, bleh, just gross. Mac and cheese is, as of 2018, part of that. Yes, absolutely. In addition to turkey, I also serve lasagna. Yeah, basically, in an Italian house, it's a 9-course meal. I'm not going crazy tomorrow. I only got my sister and her family coming over tomorrow, and I'm trying to do minimal work tonight and tomorrow. But yeah, you got to have a pasta dish, right? I eat turkey on Thanksgiving and the leftovers, and that's it. Then it's done. Turkey has been bred to be dry by their huge breasts. Put pot of gravy and ravioli in my house. I love it. Can I come over, Freddie Defo? As a Michigan fan, I really have to wonder what JJ McCarthy is going to be if, for whatever reason, he loses some mobility. They'll give him every shot possible, though. Absolutely agree. My in-laws always cook the pork loin. That's interesting. It's good. It doesn't have. Why does it have to be turkey? Here on E. Why? I'm not putting the turkey in the oven until 11 o'clock tomorrow. It'll be done cooking at 3. You got to rest for 30 minutes, 3:30. Then it's got to be carved. So we're not eating in my household till 4 o'clock tomorrow. I'm not doing earlier than that. I might not put it until 11:30, actually. Got a nice 16-pound bird. We do a mix of traditional and Viet stuff. What would be a traditional Viet stuff on Thanksgiving? What would you serve there? I eat so much turkey on Thanksgiving the next day to last me for exactly 100%. I have way more Italian food. There's a side table in the regular Thanksgiving stuff. Absolutely. I just remember my grandma in Upper Darby and the Thanksgiving spread she'd put out, for us every single year, and how just her dining room table, you couldn't even eat at it. There was so much food in her little tiny little house. Barb, look at you. Look at you. Yeah, it might be, though, honestly. A good buttered up turkey is great. I'm thankful for basting or baster thing. Gotcha. I got to remember to baste my turkey a little bit more frequently. For sure. Facts. Just the facts, man. Leftover egg rolls in the air fryer are good if anyone cares. Okay. You know what's funny? I had an air fryer for like a dozen years. Never used it. Sold it. Now I want an air fryer. In our house, we eat dinner whenever halftime is. Gotcha. I think Bill Barber has the most goals on Flyers. Okay, well, I don't know, but I'm telling you, MATVEI MICHKOV's going to set the record. Most goals in Flyers history. All day football on Thanksgiving. Yeah, I'll have football on. Sometimes other things. I don't know. We'll see what we watch tomorrow. Don't be like that. Yeah. Pork roll is a Thanksgiving Day breakfast treat. Yeah, cranberry sauce is just, you open up the can and you slide that little thing out. It's just disgusting. Disgusting. That's a sin cauliflower. It is. Honey ham. I don't like ham of any kind. I don't know why. I'm not a ham person. I like other kinds of pork, but ham I do not like. Even a honey ham. So I'll take the turkey over the honey ham. Always wanted to travel for Thanksgiving. It gives us a break, but then the guilt trip kicks in for the kids who are grown. So we used to do a friend's Thanksgiving trip. We used to rent a house in the Poconos or the Finger Lakes and have a bunch of us all get together and we all cook together. That was fun. But it's hard to organize that every year in and year out. And life gets in the way of that. So when I was a kid growing up in Delaware County, in Seacane, we used to host Thanksgiving. All my cousins and their families. I still remember the screaming, the cussing, and the fighting, trying to prepare Thanksgiving dinner for my parents for 30, 40 people. Was not pleasant, was not fun. All my cousins playing with all my toys, destroying all my shit. Hated it. I'm a big lasagna guy. I love a good lasagna. Steve, a nice pork roll, egg, and cheese bagel sandwich is great. You guys just love to rub me the wrong way. Cranberry sauce is definitely Tobias Harris level side dish. I don't know about that. Cranberry sauce needs to just get shut down for the year, just like Joel Embiid, right? I love turkey. I eat it all year. My wife offered to make 2 turkeys this year so I could have my own. Wow. Honestly, if I didn't get my turkey for free from Giant every year, I probably wouldn't even make it. I probably would go away from it. That 16-pound turkey was free. Well, based off of my points, but yeah, I can't do the turkey. Anthony, if you like it so much, you can come over to my pizza shop today and get my turkey all buttered up and marinate it and stuff like that for me and cook it for me. We're going to season it. We're going to season it with whatever I can find. I'm thankful for Matty B for showing me just how much Joel Fabry, Tyson Forrester, and Morgan Frost suck. We got a Matty B positive comment. I'm thankful that somebody can say something positive about Matty B and that you know how to spell his last name out. Turkey is turkey, pork roll, or Taylor ham for those folks north of I-95 is a gift from the cops. I don't know about that. Can you start upside down? What? Sorry, I don't understand that. My cousin does a turkey and a steak. There's a Viet soups. We have a lotus root salad, a pork kebab called nam, a Viet version of slaw, and that has carrots and cabbage. That's a detailed version of your Vietnamese Thanksgiving dinner. Interesting. Sliced pork belly. I love a good pork belly. Clip that out, Bill. I need to baste my turkey more often. Oh, man. And we're only 40. Holy shit. We're 45 minutes into the show already. And still Eric's not here for his birthday wishes. Yes. Mitchie Poo already noticed it. Literally seconds into the show, Mitchie Poo would never miss out on an opportunity to say the word poll in the comments, basically. But yes, today we are giving thanks for Philadelphia sports. We haven't given thanks enough for Jarrett McCain. But on December 23rd, Duck, we'll be doing the airing of grievances, which I feel will be more where you can bring in that Carson Wentz conversation, Barb. More where we can talk Joel Embiid or Nick Nurse or Daryl Morey. Hell, will Nick Nurse or Daryl Morey even be part of the Sixers on Festivus, December 23rd? I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah, well, Duck was a little late to the show. I love Festivus. Is Festivus one of the top 3 Seinfeld episodes of all time? Is it? I mean, I know the Library Cop is the greatest episode of all time. Mr. Bookman. The Library Cop's name is actually Mr. Bookman. Hard Feelings. What do you know about Hard Feelings? But Festivus might be up there in top 3 or 4 Seinfeld episodes. We do brine turkey. It is so good. Yeah, I was reading about brine in this year. I just didn't have the time to put the work in for it. I know they sell brining kits at the food store, but didn't worry. I'm going to go to work today. I'm going to pull it out, unwrap it, unstuff it. I'm going to little dry rub it with some salt and pepper and garlic. Let it sit. Then before I leave, I'll do up my butter compote. Get it under the skin really good. Get some carrots, celery, onions around it. Wrap it up. I'm going to get it all prepped up at the pizza shop today. So all I got to do tomorrow morning is pull it out of the fridge, let it get to room temperature, and slide it in the oven. Thankful for Mitch for dusting off my maturity and getting me to under 69. Yeah, exactly, News. Exactly. I forget what it was. I was tweeting. I was DMing something to Mitchie Poo, and he tricked me into making a 69 joke as well. He brings out the childish nature of all of us. Yeah, I'm thankful for everybody in the Core 12. I'm not giving up on Forrester yet, but yeah, Frost and Farby are cauliflower mashed potatoes. Oh my God. I've started some stuff here. My wife's pasta salad has been very popular at family functions. So that being made today for tomorrow. My wife makes a really good pasta salad too, and everybody always asks for it too. What's with wives making great pasta salads? I have tons of family members over for Thanksgiving. My thought process is get them in, get them out. Get them in, get them out. So that's the thing. Do you rather on Thanksgiving? What would you rather? We're having a small gathering tomorrow. Just my sister, her 3 kids, and my brother-in-law. So it'll be 7 of us at the dinner table tomorrow. Would you rather host Thanksgiving for 30 to 40 people or have to travel 30 minutes to someone else's house to eat Thanksgiving dinner? Because entertaining is a lot of work. But there's nothing worse than having to go somewhere, eat Thanksgiving dinner, drink that wine, the turducken, half fall asleep on their couch, and have to get in the car and drive home. That's just as bad as cleaning up the mess. You can just put the mess into the kitchen sink and deal with it the next day. Trying to think of what is worse. I think that's time for a Mitchy Poo poll. What's worse? Cooking or going on Thanksgiving? Interesting. I'm not sure how that'll play out on social media. Why don't you like Maddie? I didn't say I don't like Maddie. Me and Maddie have a good relationship. We disagree on a lot of points, but we battle it out. Got nothing wrong with him. Sometimes he brings a little bit too much negativity, but got nothing wrong with Maddie B. That's only a small portion. One year we have a whole leg of Spanish ham and slice it. We just eat so much. Soup Nazi is the most overrated Seinfeld episode of all time. I do not find it that funny, honestly. I don't know why, but I don't find it that funny. I'm thankful for the Godfather script. Now we can have a better understanding of Phil's life story. Yeah, maybe. The bet episode is tops. It's top 5. I still say the library bookman, the book cop. Yeah, that's still to me. The scene in his apartment where he's getting dressed down by the library cop is probably the greatest in my opinion. I'm thankful for Phil growing up in the 90s and not thinking he is the issue with juiceless turkey. Well, I grew up in the 80s and 90s, just so you know. Don't make me choose 5. It's so tough. It is. It really is. There are a lot of sound drops. There are a lot of sound drops in this episode. There's a lot of clip art that could be done from this episode right here. But like I said, I normally, I don't expect, I'm not even going to try to say that word. Travel, I'm going to haul travel. You'd rather travel. I'm going to haul for 35 people, and I am not looking forward to it. Got you. Well, you're having Thanksgiving in your new house, too. That's why we're having people over. We didn't want to go anywhere. We also didn't want to do much. But it's our first Thanksgiving in our new house, so we wanted to cook. 7 people's not a big deal. But 35 people, that used to be so dreadful as a kid. So dreadful. But then getting in the car and driving home after turkey dinner, man, it's tough. I love to cook. But cooking a big meal for a holiday is a lot of work. And it's expensive, too. You can just help clean up and not have to organize anything. See, the thing is, after tomorrow, most of the shit's just going to go into the sink and stay there till the sink's overflowing. And I'll just clean it up as I go. No soup for you. Sorry, I find it very... Now, this is a good one. I much rather Serenity Now over no soup for you. For sure. I'm out. One of these days, I'm going to do a show. I'm just going to say, I'm out. I'm just going to walk off like that. Never to be seen again. Or just get the Google AI glasses and just to pretend to have Thanksgiving with no side effects. I like that. That's funny. Can you do that? I'm thankful for Tulsa and not Yellow. Oh, stop. Stop. The end of this week's episode of Yellowstone was fire. Shocking. Well, not shocking. Just shocking the how. I don't want to give spoilers away. Soup Nazi is top 5 most overrated episode stuck in Seinfeld history. It may not be around anymore, but I'm thankful to PM in the AM for helping kill a Sunday. Well, Patty Bernard's doing a show again. Steampunk something is the network he's on. And he calls it the Pat Bernard Show now on Sunday mornings instead of PM in the AM. But he does a show. Him and Stevie Fuentes. Stevie, if you're still there, what is it? Put a link in there if you want, Stevie, for where you guys do your show. Because you guys are doing the Attacking Third. Then he does the Pat Bernard Show. So your Sunday mornings are pretty set, Nooms, on the, I think it's Steampunk Entertainment. I think it's what it's called. Something like that. So it's out there, Nooms. I just don't, remember exactly where it is. Keeping Phil honest, the Joker to his Batman. Soup Nazi was 50 watches ago. Soup Nazi was whatever. I'm thankful for my employer for real. I'm thankful for you, Marshawn. Welcome to the show. I'm thankful for your constant reminder of the other side of every conversation, calling me out when you have to. agreeing with me when you do. Being an OG. I don't know how many people are thankful for their employers. My employees should be thankful for me and how I treat them, but I don't know if they really truly are. Yeah, I know what you tried to do, but it didn't work, did it? Did it? Did it? No. I'm thankful that Phil didn't appreciate having a large family. He blessing that is. I appreciate it. Serenity now, insanity later. That's what my morning is like. Every morning I sit in front of this computer right before I click go live, and I go serenity now, go live. And as soon as the show ends, I'm like, I'm insane. I also think the Are They Real episode is great. Absolutely. Terry Hatcher. She's one of my dream girls. I'm thankful that AMC has Godfather marathons on Thanksgiving now. Really, I didn't know that. That'd be a pretty fun Thanksgiving. Pack the turkey in a to-go container and go watch it. Real and spectacular they were. Yellowstone is white people's Black Panther. What? Stop. That's what I'm thankful for. Comments like that. I'm thankful Phil branching out for additional streams. Do an Eagles game. I did a Sixers game. I was thinking about doing an Eagles game. Maybe this week, maybe next week. We'll see, man, chatter. We'll see how I feel energy-wise. They're real, and they are spectacular. Absolutely. I'm thankful Seinfeld is the funniest show ever. I'm thankful that How I Met Your Mother will be forgotten in time. What excuse would one use on leaving early from Thanksgiving hosted dinner because their cooking was hard? What excuse would one use on leaving early from their Thanksgiving hosted dinner because their cooking was horrible? I don't know. I'm out. Deuces. I don't know. Do you need an excuse? Just say it's time to go. The dog. I would say something. My dogs at home need to get let out. They need their turkey. It would be that. I worked at a pizza place and the owner was the craziest person I ever met. I like to think I'm pretty normal for a pizza guy, pizza shop owner, but I've worked for some pretty crazy ones in my day. Definitely have the best employer ever. Unfortunately, they're huge Cubs people. The field would probably be named after the company if it wasn't so historic. Wow, interesting. I love How I Met Your Mother. I've honestly barely ever watched How I Met Your Mother. Seen clips online, and that's about it. I'm thankful for Mista. Yeah, I'm thankful for the Yellowstone Black Panther joke. It's something. It's something, all right. I don't know. Something right there. I bring my office mobile with me and then text myself and tell people that I have to get this done. I love it. Sending yourself fake text messages. Love it. I'm definitely thankful Sandman cares about hockey. We all care about hockey. We all want more hockey. We just need the Flyers to become relevant again. Why leave? It's not like Burger King will open. Yeah. Well, the point is it's bad. Thankful for Daryl Morey. You may be the only person in the Philadelphia universe that would say that. Serious or sorry. I don't even know if it's worth making a joke like that. That's all I'm saying. I have to return. Yeah. Blockbuster closes in an hour. I got to get those tapes back. Don't want the late charges. There you go. I'm thankful for Yellowstone and the whites that pretend it's Stop. Cargill? What? Sorry. Nooms? I don't know there. I'm missing that one there. I'm thankful for my employer also. Yeah, I mean, I don't have an employer. I'm my own employer. So I guess I'm thankful for myself. What else are we thankful for here in Philadelphia? Jarrett McCain, MATVEI Michkov. Are we thankful for anything Phillies related? I'm not thankful for Rob Thompson coming back, but I'm thankful that John Middleton spends that stupid money. I would be thankful if the Sixers did shut him down. I've been saying it for a while, Barb. He's not healthy. He's not right. Something's wrong. He's also mentally far gone right now. I think the biggest thing for you to do is just shut him down, not for a month. I know the Press Box Radio boys, Bill and Chet, say shut him down for a month and then start re-ramping him up. I would personally just shut him down for the entire year. Just do it. Take the loss. And then in the offseason, say, yo, do you really want to be here or not? And if you do, great. If not, cool. Saquon getting that pity MVP. I don't know about that. Guys, you're watching Trending in the AM right here on the STT Sports Network. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Means a lot. I'm thankful for each and every one of you who hit that like, subscribe button. I'm extra thankful for anyone that shares it out and tells their friends to come in here and join this program, join this channel, join this movement right here. Rewind your DVDs. Yeah, I gotcha. Way bigger than that Fortune 50 level. I'm thankful that the Phillies are making moves to change it up a bit. We'll see what those moves are. Seems like Alec Boehm ain't going to be here. That's what it seems like. I'm thankful when Juan Soto gets to Philly. I'm all in. Do you really want Juan Soto? I'm not saying I don't want Juan Soto, but how many 10, 15-year contract players can you really have on one team? And is Juan Soto really good enough to get the $500 million that he's going to get approximately? I think he's going to get somewhere like $45 million a year, 11 years, something like that. I'm thankful my mom gave birth to me. I have a big fat head. I see. What is the running record? What running record? The rushing record for the Eagles, 1607. For the NFL as a whole, 2105. And Saquon Barkley's on pace to break both. I'm thankful for the Jets and Giants doing things. Look, I'm thankful that the Giants don't think their GM or coach are that bad. I'm thankful that Jerry Jones might keep Mike McCarthy. I'm thankful that the NFC East has a bunch of bozos running football teams. Everybody's on today. Get it all out because there ain't no show tomorrow. Get it all out. Okay. All right. Cool. On a serious note, I'm thankful for Brandon Graham showing us how humbled he was on being part of the Eagles franchise. Do it for BG. Happy and safe Thanksgiving. Jose, you as well. You know, on this, we're talking about being thankful for employers and stuff like that. And Nick Sirianni had a great quote yesterday. And he's like, every workplace, not every football team, every workplace needs a Brandon Graham. And I was like, yeah, my pizza shop needs a Brandon Graham for sure. Maybe we need 2 or 3 for sure. But I just love that quote from him now. Now Blake Snell to Dodgers, the rich get richer. I didn't see that. Did that just break, Barb? I saw the Phillies had thoughts on Blake Snell. So I didn't see that. Soto's only 26 years old, 10 years old. I get it. I'm not saying no. He's a phenomenal player. I just don't know if I'm spending another big investment like that. I just don't know. I'm rooting Barkley. Good. I'm glad you are. I'm thankful the Cowboys used a 4-3. Yeah, exactly. That really was a waste right there. Do you think Saquon Barkley is having Tommy Cutlets for Thanksgiving? Is he eating Tommy Cutlets for Thanksgiving? What are the Thanksgiving? I don't even know what the Thanksgiving games are this year. I got to bring up the NFL schedule. I'll have to predict these Thursday football games here. Chicago at Detroit's the first game. Giants at Dallas the second game. Miami at Green Bay the night game. There's some dreadful football games on Thanksgiving this year. Quite frankly, honestly, we'll predict them in a minute. I'm the Brandon Graham of my department. Are you? That's a bold prediction on yourself. No question, Tommy Cutlets is over Saquon's for Thanksgiving. Why? He's got a game to play. I'm a Brandon. You guys are all Brandon Grahams, but none of you work for me. So I don't know. If you want to be the Brandon Graham for me, you can. I'm thankful Cowboys used the 3rd for Trey. Waste a lot of good draft picks on a lot of bad players, the Cowboys. That's Jerry Jones for you. Dodgers adding Snell and Ohtani pitching next year is going to be insane. Phillies need to add a major player like Soto. Okay, add the offense to counteract their pitching. Sure. The real question is if Marshawn has Hurts over for Thanksgiving. Yeah, I want to hear Marshawn or Pump Man say something nice and thankful for Jalen Hurts, since Jalen Hurts is doing such a great job this year. I did some Googling, and yes, that is way bigger than what I was putting out there. First game could be pretty good. Maybe the night game also. Yeah, I mean, Chicago-Detroit division game. I don't buy Chicago being as good as their record says. I'm not a Caleb Williams guy. I think Detroit rolls on Thanksgiving. Detroit's favored by 10 in that game. It's actually the biggest spread of the three. I would say Detroit 35, Chicago 14. I actually think that's going to be a blowout. Dallas hosting the Giants. Giants are 3.5-point favorites. Dallas sucks. The Giants suck even more. I want the Giants to win that game so bad. I do. But I'll say that's going to be a close one, something like 24-21 Dallas. Then Green Bay hosting Miami. Green Bay's 3.5-point favorites. Green Bay wins that game. I got Green Bay winning that game for sure. How, I don't know, maybe 27. Nah, we'll say 31-27 Green Bay wins that game. So get some offense at least. I'm thankful for JJ, his ego and him making Jets-like moves. Yeah, absolutely. We are thankful for Barbara in the chat. I'm thankful for everybody in the chat. I don't trust spreads anymore. Vegas is greedy this year. I would take Chicago in the points. You're probably right. That's why I just don't bet much. I'll just do a 3-game money line parlay and probably make no money on it. I have to figure out how to stream the football games because my cousins don't have cable TV. Stream East, Duck. Stream East is the way to go. Got to get through a lot of pop-up ads. But once you get through all the pop-up ads, Stream East is the way to go for all football games and basketball games. How much does Jerry Jones have to suffer before he looks in the mirror and says, yeah, I just don't got it? Did he ever have it? I hope never. I hope he never figures it out. People who watched Yellowstone just want it to feel like the old America still exists. I don't know about that, but it's an entertaining show with great acting and great writing. That's what it is. You guys are hating on Yellowstone. I'm thankful for Yellowstone. Lions win big, Giants win, Green Bay. Yeah, I think I'm going to do a Lions, Green Bay, Giants money line parlay. I think that's going to be my Thanksgiving bet. Jerry had it when there was no salary cap. Yeah, was he always the GM though? Back when they were winning Super Bowls, was he the GM technically? Like I feel like he wasn't the top guy making every decision. I mean, Kevin Costner did dance with. You're really trying. You're really trying to pull it all out here. All the stops out on Thanksgiving. So, what else are we thankful for here then? What else is there to be thankful for? Sounds like the Flyers story is chasing the game. What? I'm not sure. Jerry was the GM, but he let Coach get what he wanted. All right, so maybe that's what it was. Because I really thought Jerry Jones and not Jerry Jones, the coaches, Switzer and Johnson were making decisions for those rosters there. But maybe not. Maybe Jerry Jones was still the GM. Look, let him be the GM. Let him be the idiot in charge. I care less. Makes them worse for a much longer period of time. Keeps the Eagles' window open even longer. I love Kevin Costner, but he was the funniest. He has the funniest filmography. He passed up a franchise quarterback because nobody attended his birthday. Yeah, I don't know what I think about Kevin Costner as a whole. His holdout and his ending in Yellowstone really ruined a fantastic show. I mean, it's still a really great show, but because of his beef with them, that was a problem. He's had some great stuff and some bad stuff. Jimmy Johnson, Switzer, was riding on Johnson's D team. Yeah, maybe. He built it and they did come. Pause. I guess. Anyway, what else are we thankful for here? What else? But Kale Mack was the real deal. What? I don't know. You guys are going off on a tangent. I'm losing concentration here. Flyers always playing catch up on running a team. They finally get it sorted right, and they go retread with Viggs and Fletch. Just unreal. Look, the Flyers, I'm thankful for the Flyers that they got a plan in place. I'm thankful the Flyers are taking the time. I'm thankful that the Flyers hopefully realize that they need a goaltender. I'm thankful that hopefully the Flyers are going to invest in a goaltender. That's the last missing piece for this Flyers organization. It just is. I'm thankful for the Flyers, the great memories they've given me over the years. Thankful for MATVEI MICHKOV, and that's plain and simple. I'm glad he came over this year and we didn't have to wait, because wasn't the year. 2026 was the year he was supposed to come over, right? And he's here already. So I'm thankful that they figured that out. Yellowstone fashion is sweeping across offices across America. Okay. Soon after Jones, Ryan Reese, happy Thanksgiving to you. I didn't even see the name at first. Just firing up comments. Soon after Jones bought the team, he fired the current GM and took control over the roster. All right, that's fine. And he's been a disaster for a long time. And you know what? I'm thankful that he does not have anybody in his corner that tells him that he's an idiot and needs to lose control of the team. I'm thankful that he's going to probably give Mike McCarthy an extension. I am. I love it. I love to see it. Fedotov has been much better recently. Flyers need to improve their defense. I just don't see real goalie like I don't see playoff goalie or Stanley Cup goalie potential in Fedotov. I think he could be. He's getting better in a short-term form where he can help be a bridge till the guy gets here. But I don't think you're winning anything of seriousness with Fedotov or Ersin or Kozlov. None of them is not exciting the ones. What's his profile picture? Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Having worked for Dan Heffrey from 99 to 07, I can tell you the Flyers have a good leader that gets it and cares about the team. Well, Josh Harris, I'm not thankful for Josh Harris, that's for sure. I'm thankful that YouTube allows Phil to stream. Thank you. Thank you, YouTube. If only YouTube bumped me up in the algorithm for more people to find me. I had like 5 subscribers yesterday we gained. Today, none. Flyers only organization that still takes 5 years to rebuild. Any other sport, any other team does take 5 years to rebuild anymore. It's not 1988 anymore. That organization is still being poorly run. It's an interesting take on that, Rick. It is. I mean, it takes more than 5 years to rebuild in the NBA, the current state of the NBA, with super teams and the max contracts. Baseball is you could do it really quickly. Football, you can retool so quickly in football. I don't know if it's doable or not in less than 5 years in hockey. It's interesting. It's an interesting question right there. It is. Comment. To be fair, Dallas had a pretty good drafts outside of the last 2 years or so. The problem is the quarterback position. They've had some good drafts. They've had some missed on drafts. Every team does. It's not necessarily the quarterback position. You know, Jones kept paying Romo and now Dak. It's the fact that Jones waits too long to pay these guys and then gets stuck in a position where he has to overpay. I mean, just look at the contract he gave out to Dak and then CD right away. I mean, you could have probably gotten them. It makes you thankful for Howie Roseman, how early he locked up Hurts, how early he locked up A.J. Brown, added an extension onto A.J. Brown. You know, it gives you the room to go out and take a swing for the fences move on Saquon Barkley. Dallas say, wait, Jerry Jones waits. And he makes mistakes and missteps that way. So I think that's what it is. Thankful Mary Jane has finally been legalized. Right thing to do. Well, I need it legalized in the state of Pennsylvania. Would be great. Just make it nationally legalized, right? I'm thankful for the Commanders overtaking the Cowgirls as the 2 in the NFC East. But they have a rookie quarterback. Hey, look. You guys all thought I was crazy saying that Washington was going to finish ahead of Dallas this year. But I said it. And I think I might. You guys should be thankful for my great predictions. Phil, you got to pay for these subs, man. America's about to how you can market and lie. Yeah, exactly. I will not change who I am for subs. Dallas has fielded great teams, and JJ has been the drag on them being successful. Stroud is regressing, as is Daniels. Look, Those people that were saying they would take Jaden Daniels after 3 games in the NFL over Jalen Hurts are awfully quiet, Barb, all of a sudden. Awfully quiet. I thought there was a chance for C.J. Stroud to have a little bit of a sophomore slump. They're still going to win their division. But they're not a Super Bowl team anymore there this year in Houston. And Daniels might be good eventually. But Daniels is a rookie. Never played in those big modes. Daniels was a guy that was going to take years to turn into what he can be. People overhyped that and jumped that gun way too quickly. Wouldn't be surprised Zach Bond gets a contract extension. I'm not sure what they're waiting for on the Zach Bond. Because here's the thing with Zach Bond, Duck. Zach Bond might want to wait and test free agency. This is one chance. What's he, 27? To get his big contract. This is one big contract opportunity. But will teams think that he's not worth a big contract because he only succeeded in a specific situation? Is Howie playing hardball and be like, yo, you might be worth $20 million, but we'll give you 15 because we know you'll only succeed here? Or are they just like, yo, let's just wait. We'll get it done when we get it done. The whole Zach Bond situation, how the contract situation is going to play out really intrigues me on all different sides. I'm thankful for a strong linebacker group and secondary play. Yeah, I'm thankful. Something we've been waiting for, Marshawn, for ages. Linebacker play, cornerback play. Feels like ages since we've been this good in those positions. And we didn't get good in those positions, Marshawn, and in turn get bad in other. It's not like our linebackers are great and our defense attack. We still got Jalen Carter. It's not like our cornerbacks are great and we got bad at, you know. It's really special how they've built a complete team right now. Well, if they make it recreational, it really gets crazy with hour-long lines like New Jersey. Gotcha. I still just have a guy. Daniels is going to be great. He's be someone we need to keep an eye on. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not trying to talk down on them at all. I think they're both going to be great for a long time. They're the future of the NFL, right there with Jalen Hurts. But you had to expect some regression from Stroud, and because there was film and Daniels, I mean, got a little too hyped, too fast on him. JJ now overvalues stability, where the NFL allows you to retool and rebuild very quickly. Very good point. Very good point, Nooms. Note: I never counted Stroud or Daniels in my top 10 from a while ago. Yeah, I don't remember, but probably not. Yeah, you're good. Good for you. Good for you. I think Mac in New England and Nix will be really good. May in New England and Nix. Bo Nix is having a heck of a little run right now with Denver. Years of watching middle of the pack defense are long gone. At least this year, we are not just a team built on the D line anymore. Yeah, I'm thankful for Vic Fangio. I really, truly am. As violent as football is, Bond takes a risk with each play that passes. It's true. Absolutely. So I don't know what the deal is and why there hasn't been a deal yet done. I'd like to have dinner with Cooper DeJean. Coop. If you could get one jersey for Christmas this year, Quinion Mitchell or Cooper DeJean, which one would you get? That's the question. Everyone still has a guy. I don't even partake in I have guys. Yeah, exactly. Phil, 100% agree with you. It's a defense built on skill, scheme, effort, and not on big names like in the past. Exactly. And I think it took some time for them all to get on the same page. It took some time for not, I don't want to use the word buy in, but understand what to do. And now that they understand, I mean, I got the stats. I mean, Eagles defense, number 1 total yards given up, 6 points, 7th rushing defense, 3rd passing defense. I mean, they're literally the best defense in football. No hour-long lines in New Jersey. Not sure where you're going, but we're in and out in 10 minutes at any dispensary. Oh, good. I know Delaware's waking up or going to open up soon. We can say Daniels is better than Sam Howell, I think you mean. Gotcha. Already have both. Of course you do, Ryan. Of course you do. I'm not a jersey guy. So, you know, I don't buy too many jerseys. And if I do, they're knockoffs normally. But yeah, no, I'm not surprised. You strike me as one of those guys. I used to go to this kid's house to watch football games in college, and he had like 30 jerseys hung up all over his walls. You know, pretty cool. Well, he had a lot of money, and every single one of them was authentic. Like, I had a lot of money spent on jerseys. Can't do it. I'd be shocked if Howie didn't pull an offer on that. Didn't put an offer on the table for Zach Bond. Yeah, what is it? Like, I saw people thinking about it and talking and breaking it down. 2 years, 22 million, 3 years, 30 million, stuff like that. With like 60% guaranteed. Does Zach Bond want to try test free agency and risk not being as good somewhere else? Because he probably could. Philly has always been a team and a city built on effort and heart. That's why it is frustrating to watch the Sixers. You know, I'm thankful for Marshawn bringing in some quality comments here at the end of the show. It's exactly why we're frustrated with the Sixers. Heart, effort, hustle. That's what we want. Back on this here, I got one other thing that came in. You know, obviously they're set and they're Zach Bond is here, great. Jacoby Dean is progressing. They also drafted Jeremiah Trotter Jr. Is the Zach Bond contract anything to do with their expectations for what Trotter would be eventually? I don't think they do. I don't think they should be thinking that way, but maybe they are. We also got good drafts the last few years so far. All of them seem to have panned out, not just the 4 to 6 picks. Yep, absolutely agree. 90 Eagles jerseys. Are you insane? I could pay off my mortgage with what you've paid for jerseys. Oh, they're not all authentic. Okay, gotcha. Trying to get an Eagles jersey from 0 to 99. Almost. Oh my God. Is there any numbers that don't exist? Like, is there a number that no player's ever worn in Eagles history? I'm not a jersey guy. That state sucks pull you over being on your phone. That's what? I'm not a jersey guy. That state sucks pull you. Oh, okay, gotcha. Bond has shown, and I have heard 3 years, 28 to 31 million. Yeah, I've heard pretty much the same thing. About the same. If I'm Lurie, I'm probably saying I already pay Fangio to find me more Zach Bonds. Yeah, it could be true. Could be true. No, but there are some really shitty numbers out there. Okay, gotcha. So every number's been used. What's the most random odd number jersey that you have right now, Ryan? Out of your 90, like, do you have like a Roger Rusick jersey or something like that hanging up on your wall? Because that would be pretty clutch if you had a Roger Rusick up there. And I don't know why that's the name I pulled out there. Even the knockoffs are, yeah, exactly. Knockoffs aren't even cheap anymore. What are authentics? Like 160, 180 right now. Knockoffs are like 50. They used to be cheaper, but not anymore. I know only a single wife that would allow 90 jerseys. Yeah. My wife would allow me, but she knows I would never do it. Howie found Bond and Fangio moved to middle linebacker. Yeah, it's time. Time for Mitch to chime in. Yeah, what about jersey 79 or 69? Is that what you're looking for? 150 to 180 depending on the player. Yeah, exactly. You got an Art Monk jersey. I like that. Shady number 29. Isn't there a Brian Dawkins jersey out there? Non-number 20 Brian Dawkins jersey. I forget. What was his number when he was in training camp his rookie year? Didn't his number change to 20? Or maybe I'm thinking of another legend in Eagles history, in recent history. I thought it was Dawkins that had a different number at first, then switched to 20. But Art Monk, man. Who was the crazier 1 year one? Art Monk or Irvin? Well, Irvin Fryer was more than 1 year at the end of his career. Yeah, Art Monk, man. Got him at the end of his career for sure. Guys, we're coming up to the end of the show today. The final 5 minutes of this Thanksgiving episode of Trending in the AM right here on the STT Sports Network. Please like, subscribe, share, follow, do it all, please. Thankful for being off from work for the rest of the week and weekend. That's fantastic. I got a busy ass day ahead of me, but then it'll be better. I have yet to see anyone have my jersey in Brent Fedek. I have an Aguilar jersey. Dawkins was 24. That's right. Reggie White was originally 91. I didn't even know that one. The Dawkins 24. That's be a clutch. That's got to be a tough one. I have a jersey white whale that I'm trying to catch, but it's impossible to find, Ryan. And I've even called stores like memorabilia stores looking for it. It's my white whale. I'll DM you after the show. Maybe you got a connection somewhere. I've got a white whale of a jersey. It's not an Eagles jersey, but it's a white whale that is impossible to find. I am thank you that I have a few slow office days to catch up on paperwork. My plan is I'm working today. Thanksgiving Eve is a very busy day in the pizza business. We're closed on Thanksgiving. Friday, I'm scheduled off. I scheduled, everybody to work so I could take a second day off in a row on Thursday. But we'll see, because that normally means someone will call out, and then I'll get stuck going in anyway. I have some shitty jerseys, Regger, J-Jaw. You got a guy? But I need an authentic one for this one. It's the white whale of jerseys, but I'll hit you up. 10 to 12 million for Bond. Most of that money will be guaranteed to minimize cap hit. Lurie and Roseman they are always ahead of the curve. I'm thankful that Howie Roseman is always ahead of the curve. My neighbor has a 29 J-Roll jersey. Wow. I have a Wentz jersey, which I'm fine to wear. He helped us to get to a Super Bowl. Absolutely. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone, each and every one of you. Barbara, Duck, Nooms, Marshawn, K1, Pumpman, Rick, everybody. Adam, if I missed any of your names, I'm sorry. Ryan. I also have a 90 Corey Simon. There's a pull. I loved Corey Simon. I was hyped for Corey Simon. Nelson was integral. Absolutely. I have no hate for Nelson Aguilar. Aggie was cooking that year. He was. That's right. Let's wrap this shebang up, please. I rarely dust off the Wes Hopkins and Andre Waters. There was a safety duo back then. Okay, I'll throw you one. I'll throw the curve. We'll go. Do we have an Izell Jenkins jersey out there? Anybody wearing one of those? Jalen Hurts was originally number 2. Yes, absolutely. You still find pictures of that one though. Phil's owners are also not willing to part ways with a ton of guaranteed money. Absolutely. Send the list. That's right. Urban Fryer played at my high school. He used to visit us for homecoming and gave us a pep talk. Well, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving, Adam. All right, guys, with that being said, I'm thankful for each and every one of you. Thankful to have the opportunity to do this every single morning with you guys and all the people, the replay gang, which Eric is now going to be a part of. Happy birthday, Eric. If you're listening on the replay gang, happy birthday to you. Enjoy your day. Hope you are well. I'm thankful that you guys welcome me onto your phones, your computers, your homes every single morning to do this and have fun with you guys. So please do me that one more favor. Hit that like and subscribe and share button. And we will be seeing Nelly this weekend. Yes, we will be. With that being said, guys, it's time to close it down for the day. So instead of just go birds and bubbles up, it's go birds. It's happy Thanksgiving to each and every one of you. And it's bubbles up to y'all. Be good.
Pop, 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 julep. Pop, 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 julep. Pop, 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 pop.